Welcome to Whiny Tutors. In this video, we'll cover the part 2 of Unit 3. The topics we will cover in this session are equivalent Boolean expressions, De Morgan's laws, comparing objects, string equality, using new with strings. Let us see equivalent Boolean expressions or De Morgan's law. What is De Morgan's law? De Morgan's laws were developed by Augustus De Morgan in the 1800s. They show how to simplify the negation of a complex Boolean expression, which is when there are multiple expressions joined by an and or, such as x is less than 5 and y is greater than 2. Consider this one. When we negate one of these complex expressions, we can simplify it by flipping the operators and end up with an equivalent expression. De Morgan's law states the following equivalencies. An easy way to remember De Morgan's law is move the not inside and becomes or, and move the not inside or becomes and. Coming to the last session of this unit, comparing objects. Comparing objects is a little different than comparing primitive typed values like numbers. Objects can be very complex and have many attribute values or instance variable inside them. Example, the turtle objects have many instance variables like name, width, height, x position, y position, etc. When comparing two turtle objects, we need a speciality to take a look at string objects. When comparing two turtle objects, we need a specially written equals method to compare all of these values. In this lesson, we will take a look at string objects and how they are compared with equal to. The equals method for strings compares two strings letter by letter. S1 equals S2 is true if S1 and S2 have the same characteristics in the same order. With strings and other objects, you must always use equals instead of equal to check their equality. When the operator equal to is used to compare object variables, it returns true when the two variables refer to the same object. These variables are called object references. Remember to use only equal to with primitive types like int or to if two strings or objects refer to the same object. Use of equals, not equals with strings which will check if they are equal letter by letter. If we use the new keyword to create a string, it will always create a new string object. So even if we create two string objects with new that contain all the same characters in the same order, they will not refer to the same object. Note that you can also create strings using literals instead of new. String literals behave a little differently because they are reused if they already exist instead of creating a new object. But one should not see questions with string literals and equal to. So in this chapter, we learnt about classes that have their own equal methods which can be used to determine whether two objects of the class are equal or equivalent. Two object references are considered aliases. Two object reference values can be compared using equal to and not equal to identify the aliases. The reference value can be compared with the null using equal to or not equal to in order to determine the references actually in an object. So here we end the unit 3. Let's meet in the unit 4. Thank you.